Hello, everyone, and here is episode 15. I'm doing live because it's a little bit faster to get it down, and I'm watching episode 16 today so we can get through. So let's go. You, the last episode started off where the general had shown up, and everybody in the ready room was wondering, are we going to start? Secretary General O. Cole was like, okay, are we going to start the initiative? Everybody was on pins and needles. And President Park is like, no, we're going to hold up. And like the Secretary Secretary Han and Chow Yun argue if the general will help. Generally comes up to the other generals and then because it goes back and forth between past and present in this episode, and President Park says, before he goes back and he says, are we going to Secretary Cole, are we going to strike? And the president says he already gave the order to the general. General Lee showed up just to arrest all the other generals. He does it himself. You get a thing back that says that in the flashback, remember in the other spoiler review, he did a reflection on the thing. And he walked away, and then the general came back and basically he was like, you disrespected me, twice this time. And I don't know what, I'm just so taken back by it. And then President Park basically said, for as much as as much as this hurt your pride, this didn't hurt your honor, because you know what? You came back because you wanted to know if I was truly wanted to help Korea, and your honor will not let you, when someone calls to arms, that you're going to come through. I knew you did. I knew you would. That's why I came to you. That's why, even after everything that's happened between us, I know that you were going to do this. And he's like, I can't, he was basically surprised that he believed in him so much and believed in in his honor. And basically he agreed to come back and help him. And then after it's all kind of the flashback, you see the general come back and address the president as commander-in-chief and shake his hand, and we go into day 32. Hana interrogates General Un and Secretary Han. And Agent Han interrogates the boss of NIS, and they all ask if about the VIP, and they all say they've never met him. Mr. Kim, you find out because they find out exactly who he is. He was a South Korean double agent for work for them. The Naiga group as a legal aid. Mr. Kim conspires with the VIP from a hotel, and President Park informs the Assemblywoman and Mayor King he wants to keep this quiet and not use this for politics, because this would create a big deal if something like this happened. So he doesn't want this to happen. Want people to freak out, and this also affect the markets and everything. So President Park then through they are both agreed, and they all kind of think about Representative O and what he said. Then, you find out that his after it's reported that Assemblyman O dies, that his obviously his polls go up because the person who was above him has died, and President Park goes to Secretary Han and asks him he'll join. He says he will. And basically he asks as the investigation in private. You find out also that Mr. Kim, in his scheming ways, has sent photos of to President Park and to President and to the chairwoman of her pictures talking to Mr. Kim. And at first everybody's like, okay, what's going on? He says to start the investigation in private, and she goes to him and see, we're still trying to figure out who the VIP. And we go to him and we try to figure out what's going on. Because she goes to him and tells him that she was just meeting constituents and she doesn't really know him. And that as she's freaked out because, if anybody finds out that she's being investigated, then her career is over because she'll always be suspected. And, she doesn't want, and she pleads with him to keep the investigating. And over time, you start to freak out. Then during the press, they find out about all the large scale things that have been happening behind the scenes, even though they tried to keep politics, all the things that happen without the politics. The press says that the president is keeping things behind their backs, and the thing, and everybody starts to freak out. The President Park is annoyed because only a handful of people knew what was going on. And so then he gets pressure, and basically he tells her, I'm going to open up this investigation to the public. And so then she calls Mr. Kim saying, okay, I know what's going on, and I know so we're going to have a meeting. And basically, because Mr. Kim does need to get out of the country, she sets up a thing where she's going to pay him off and everything. And when she sends her secretary to get everything done, you find out that it was all rouge and that she was working with Mr. Park, the President Park, and they finally catch Mr. Kim. And the episode, and then chase ensues, and the episode ends with everyone, Mr. Kim being in jail, and basically all he's saying is that I won't talk to anyone but President Park. And the episode, literally for episode 16, starts with him agreeing to go before all his other secretaries stop him. And we go into episode 16, which we'll talk about later. So I'm going to finish up episode 16 and see you guys later.